Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf, and buckle your seatbelts, grab a snack and some drinks because we have some huge news regarding the future of Asphalt 9. There was a developer chat for the Raging Bull season, and we got a ton of information about the upcoming season, upcoming changes, and just a whole lot of features, modes, all that sort of fun stuff. So firstly, we're going to jump into the new modes and the Drive Syndicate, then we're going to cover multiplayer, and then we're going to cover a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so first let's talk about what's coming in the next update, and what we do know is that there will be a new Drive Syndicate, so let's talk about that for a bit. So for this upcoming Drive Syndicate, you will actually be on the other side of the Syndicate, and you will be driving for the security forces this time. Previously, you were trying to get into the Syndicate and drive for them, but now you'll be on the other side and driving for the security. With this Drive Syndicate will be a new mode called Takedown, and this is where you take control of a security car and stop Syndicate drivers from escaping by taking them down. Now with this new mode finally comes new mechanics. So since the security cars are enhanced, as we all know the meme that those are actually the best cars in the game, you will not be needing nitro. Instead, you'll be able to briefly boost your car to catch up and execute a takedown when you are close enough to a target car. So this will include a takedown of a car in front, or if you time it right by braking a bit, so going straight and holding drift, you slow down and then execute a 90-degree block to take down of a car approaching it from behind. So this was just how the developers described this. We don't have any gameplay of this, but going off the description, it does sound like finally we're getting a new mode where you will actually play the game very differently compared to normal. So that is awesome to see, and something that kind of flew under the radar, I think, but I wanted to mention, while you won't be able to unlock the security cars in this Drive Syndicate, you will be able to eventually get those cars in the future and add them to your garage, which is awesome to see. So in addition to a new game mode and the Drive Syndicate return, we will also be getting a new track with the update. So we don't have any information besides it won't be near or like any of the other locations according to the developers, but there will be new elements / hazards in this track. Part of the description of this track says there will be one section where, depending on the action you take in a specific spot, you can actually change the path your car is taking. So for example, if you do a 360 at the right spot, you'll take one path, or if you go straight, you'll have a different one. So unfortunately for now, that's all the information we have of the new track, but it's awesome to see that they are really changing things up, and it feels like it's going to be very different compared to other tracks. Now, staying on the topic of what specifically is coming for the next season, we will see the return of different cars such as the LaFerrari Aperta, the Rimac Nevera, and the Zenvo TSR-S. But now let's also talk about some multiplayer changes, and again, heads up, this is a lot and it's really exciting. So now let's talk about multiplayer, and there are a lot of changes and additions. So the first thing is that they are introducing a new pass that will kind of act like a booster. So this multiplayer pass will contain extra daily gas refills, a reduction in the refill time for all cars, extra credits for every multiplayer race, extra series score for every multiplayer race, so you can get the series score rewards faster, extra series score milestones, so more rewards, and you'll be able to get the rewards from all of the leagues that you reach. So just to clarify, there will now be two passes within the game, the multiplayer pass and the legend pass. And they did say that the multiplayer pass will cost less than the legend pass, so you will be able to buy both passes at the same time. But changing gears here, let's talk about the different changes coming to multiplayer, and that is what I'm the most excited about. So we've been clamoring about the way the car classes work in multiplayer, and finally they are changing that around. So for the World Series, which is MP1, it's going to be switching away from the class-based system to a pool system. So instead of leagues being associated with each car class, now each league will just have its own pool of cars associated with it. Now they did say that each pool has around roughly 12 cars, and that they were selected based on performance, availability, and the range of their rating. So that's awesome to see. Hopefully we will no longer go in situations where I jump in an A-class car and then I'm up against a Koenigsegg Jesko. And for this edition, they are switching up the rewards for each tier so that the cars associated with the rewards will now go with your current tier and for the next tier. So the rewards will help you not only get blueprints for cars in that specific tier, but also advancing to the next tier. So I guess they're just changing up the different cars, changing up the rewards, which is awesome to see. All right, so finally, the last part of the developer chat was all about miscellaneous stuff, and there are some awesome features. Firstly, and this is something really cool, they are adding an auto claim feature, and essentially it will only apply to non-seasonal daily events, so like the credit heist event. And here's how it works. If you meet the requirements to beat a criteria, for example, you have the car at a specific star level, then you'll be able to just press one button and automatically claim all of the rewards for that event. Now, that's really cool, it's just saving us some time, but the cherry on top is that it won't cost you any tickets or fuel. So that's awesome to see. This will reduce the amount of grinding time that you have to do within daily events, and it is just frankly awesome to see. Next up, there will be a new section added to the shop with a new currency that will only be obtained through the clash. So this currency will be given out at the end of different rounds, so like the attack phase and the defense phase, as well as at the end of each clash session. This shop will contain exclusive cars and it will only open at garage level 10. So this is nice, just giving people incentive to play the clash and try hard in it. Next up, some questions were asked about formats for the season, and they said that parts of the British Tour season work and some aspects of that format may return in future seasons, but there's no specific details about which things from which seasons will return, but they are looking at the player feedback and deciding what will return in future seasons. Next up, they will be finally adding 120 frames per second support for some devices. Now, we do know that the iPhone 12 Pro Max does have a 120 Hz refresh rate, which is cool to see, and some other Android phones have that as well, but there was no details about which devices will be getting that upgrade. And finally, they will be adding some decal rewards in various locations throughout the game. Again, no specifics on that, but it's nice to see. So I am exhausted from reading and of course discussing all of this because it is a lot, and I am very, very excited. Finally, we are getting a new mode that sounds like it's going to really change up how we play the game. I'm super excited for Takedown. I'm excited for the Drive Syndicate. I love the fact that we will now finally be able to play as the security cars, which is something that a lot of people have been memeing for a while, but finally it's coming true. Now, the introduction of the multiplayer pass is a bit weird. I don't know how much it will really affect actually playing in multiplayer, because really it just sounds like it's going to affect rewards and the gas outside, kind of like what the Legend Pass already does, but nonetheless, it's kind of weird to see. But either way, I'm super excited about them switching away from the class system for MP1, and I'm happy that they're finally adjusting the rewards. So again, overall, this was a ton of information. I'm super excited. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys later.